guys, today we're going to make chocolate cupcakes.
Okay everyone, so as Jake's already told you, we're going to make some chocolate cupcakes today. I'm going to pan the video down like we did last time so you can see what ingredients we've got on the counter. This recipe is really easy. It's so easy that Jake is going to make it all by himself, which means there's no reason why you can't have a go at home. You don't need any mixers, no fancy equipment, just a bowl and a whisk or a spoon even will do. Okay, so we've got some dry ingredients which are going to go in the bowl first, and then we have some wet ingredients. The dry ingredients, Jake's going to pop them in the bowl. 120 grams of plain flour. In South Africa that's called cake flour. Pop that in the bowl, love, gently. That's it. Make sure it all comes out, lovely. Then we have got 120 grams of castor sugar. In it goes. 30 grams of cocoa powder. That's it. Just mix it all together. A quarter teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Jakey.
Okay, here you go.
And this really small amount is a pinch of salt, a good pinch of salt. Lovely. Okay, mix it all up. Okay. The chocolate chips, there's 80 grams there. We've got mixed dark and milk chocolate chips. Those are going to go in at the end. So here I've got 80 grams of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk available, I've actually done 75 mils of normal milk with 5 mils of white vinegar. And that kind of curdles the milk to give the buttermilk effect. I've got 160 mils of oil, 1 egg, and 80 mils of coffee. And in fact, to make it easier for Jake, we are just going to put them all in one container together. When I weigh them out, I've just kept them separate for you to see. When I weigh it out, usually I just mix all those in together. Okay, so Jake can lift that up very carefully. That's it, everything goes in. And then you're going to use your whisk to mix the flour in with the wet ingredients. And just make sure you get all the flour off the side of the bowl and from the bottom of the bowl. Start off slowly and then you can get a bit faster once it comes together. You can pop these chocolate chips in there now too. There we go. Alright, Mama's just going to double check and make sure we've got all the flour off the bottom there. You did a pretty good job, Jake. That's not bad at all. Okay, so we're just going to use spoons to put the batter into the cupcake cases. This little batch, it's a cupcake batter, that's what you call it.
Oh yeah.
So this batch should make 8 cupcakes. My normal batch is 24, but we're not going to feed all those to Jake today. So there we go. Off you go. Start spooning. Remember to get a nice big spoon into each.
Like that.
Yep. Yep. You want to half fill the cupcake cases. Halfway or just over half. Okay, I'm going to let Jake do this, but it's going to take a little while, so we might skip forward until the end. We'll just show you how far one should be filled. One more spoon in there, Jakey, and then that one will be done.
Okay.
There we go.
There we are.
Okay, we'll come back once he's finished the whole tray. Okay, it took a little while, but we've got those cupcake cases filled. Our oven is preheated to 160 degrees with a fan, and we're going to bake these cupcakes for about 25 minutes. We'll probably start checking a couple of minutes before that. Jake's busy licking the bowl and the spoons. It tastes nice. Okay, Mama's going to put these in the oven, and then we'll come back when they're done. Okay, our cupcakes have come out of the oven. They're nicely cooked. I just want to show you, you just insert the skewer, it should come out clean. Don't get a fright if you go through one of the chocolate bits and you end up with a bit of chocolate smeared on. Try and test where you're just getting cake straight through, if you can spot it. Avoid the chocolate. Okay, so we did say at the start of the video that you don't need any special equipment. And you don't for the cupcakes. That was very easy, and we popped those in the oven. You can eat them just like that. But Jake here has decided he wants to have some rainbow icing on top, and for that we are going to use the stand mixer. So forgive us for that. But you're quite welcome to eat the cupcakes just plain, and I'm sure there's a lot less sugar involved for your kids if you leave the icing off. But we're feeling brave, aren't we, today?
Yep.
Good.
Okay, so...
Wait for me!
Okay, so we've got all our ingredients. Now I'm going to dip them all into the bowl right here.
First we're going to put, we've got 125 grams of butter, and it's not from the fridge. It's not melty either. It's a little bit soft. Just so you can just squeeze it. That's it. All right, now drop the paddle, Jake. So we're going to beat that for about 2 minutes until it gets a bit pale.
Okay, let's go.
And then we'll come back.
Put it on one.
Put it on fast, about medium speed.
Which one's the medium speed?
Well, it's somewhere in the middle. So if it starts at 1 and it finishes at 10, where do you think the middle is? That's it.
6.
Okay, good job. I've got here 250 grams of icing sugar, and we're going to add it in 2 parts. Okay, so we're going to put about half in, Jakey. Just about half to start. There we go. Just roughly, maybe a bit more. There we go. Okay, lower it down. When you switch it back on, you're going to kind of pulse it a little bit. So switch it on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, so you don't get clouds of icing sugar. That's it. And now leave it on a medium speed until the icing sugar is incorporated.
Off it goes. So now I'm going to put the rest of it.
Okay, lift it up.
Now I'm going to put...
Now we're going to add the other half of the icing sugar.
That's all of it.
There we go.
Now...
Okay, drop it down.
And now we're going to drop
And
it
again,
back.
start slowly, Jake. You don't want a cloud of icing sugar everywhere. Yep. Okay, there's one more thing we have to add. I've just got here, it's about a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a tablespoon of milk.
Okay.
And we're just going to throw that, you can just throw that in, Jake. Right, so we've got 6 little plastic, Mummy's favourite little plastic pots. Just wait, lovey. Wait. Because we've only got 8 cupcakes. So we don't need a lot of each colour. 2.
Okay. Then you can
Okay, now Jake, this is very important. You do not need a lot of that colour. You need 1 drop. No, that's enough, 1 drop. Okay, and then we're going to stir it in. If that's made our colour nice. This was orange, hey? Oh, that looks pretty good orange to me.
Yep. Now I'm going to put in the next colour. Midnight blue.
Okay, 1 drop, Jakey.
Okay. 1 drop it is.
We want to make the icing a bit early so the colours develop nicely.
So we're going to put it in the freezer or the fridge?
No, we're going to leave it on the counter.
So we're going to leave it on the counter?
But
so
we are going to cover them with lids. Here,
yeah.
icing boy.
We're going to cover them
We
so
don't-
no mosquitoes can have it.
We don't want them to get crusty from the air, so we're just going to cover them
With their lids.
with their lids. There we go. Super job. Okay, so we're now going to set up the rainbow. I've got a piece of cling wrap which I've laid on the counter.
And then we're going to make it into a sausage and then pipe it.
That's right. But first of all, we need to put the icings into that sausage. So we need to basically get a line of each colour going here. You're full of nonsense, mister.
8
Right.
more.
Okay, so I hope everyone can see all the colours are laid one on top of each other.
Yes.
Then we are going to wrap it around. So as
Need
Jake
wrap.
said earlier, you want to make kind of a sausage. We are going to twirl it to seal the ends, and then we are going to cut one end off
Which will
where
be
we will start
that
piping.
end. Then we're gonna
And then I have got, it's just a small disposable piping bag. I've got on the end there, it's actually a Wilton 1M tip, but that's an open star nozzle. So any brand will do the same job. Just pop the sausage into the piping bag.
And then it will pipe.
And you want to squeeze it down
Then it comes out.
until it's ready to come out. So I have got my nozzle straight up from the cupcake, starting in the middle and gently applying pressure, and we're just going to swirl it around like that. We are so lucky because the video cut off again. We missed the second one. Let me show you one more time. So we're going to start in the middle, gentle pressure, swirling around.
Yep, and then after Mum has done
we
those,
go.
I get to try the other.
Now it's Jake's turn. Are you guys ready for this? You're a lefty, aren't you?
Yeah, so I get to
Okay, let me
use
just
my
think.
other
So you're going to hold it with your left at the back, and then you're going to guide it at the front. Okay, so you're gonna listen. You're gonna use that one to move it around and help it. This is gonna squeeze gently, squeezing gently, and squeeze. Oh, not bad.
Not bad,
Okay,
baby.
do you want to try it with your other hand? I know you're a lefty. It feels a bit funny to Mummy. Keep that hand at the back. Look here. Watch here. There you go. If you twist it, you keep the icing at the bottom of the bag, and then you want to hold it there. And then can you feel that you can squeeze from the top of that bag to make the icing come out? Okay, just squeeze gently. And as it comes out, let it come out before you start moving. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze. Are you making a mountain? That looks super. And the last one?
Last one.
Oh, good job. Look at that. Lekker. That's very pretty, that one. Dainty. I can see where you're going with that, Jake. Okay, so we've got 3 nice rosettes and 3 minimalistic icing.
Okay, so we're going to take a bite together on the count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yum. Nice.
What is it about you kids? You only eat the icing off first.
Because the icing is the yummy part.
Mm-hmm.
Always the best.